Hey guys, it's Haley of LoveLeysHair, and I'm here to show you, ladies and gentlemen, how I do my knotless crochet technique. The density of these braids, they're kind of thick, so that means I don't want a whole lot of hair because the look I'm going for is going to be with long hair. I'm going to be using Kima braid. This is the Ripple Deep collection. I'm going to be using, well, I bought 5 packs. Who knows if I'm going to use all 5. But I got 5 packs, one of 30, which is like a chocolate, like red brown. And then I'm going to do one in 33, which is more like a coppery brown. And then I'm also going to do a 27, which is like a honey blonde. So that's going to give me that dimension of warm brown to blonde that Beyonce always has. She has a little blonde highlights in the front, and then it goes into that deeper brown look. Depending on her style, I'll show you the pick inspiration that I'm going for this look, and I will bring that picture so you can see where I got this look and what I'm going for. So let's get started. I am going to keep it long, so I'm going to use the hair and not cut it until after I style it. Now normally, if I'm doing crochet braids, I would cut it in half. That's if I want like a shoulder length look, but for this look I want it to be long, so I'm going to use the whole bundle. What we do need for this look, all we need is a crochet hook, or how do the YouTube people do it? A crochet hook, and that's what we use to attach the hair onto the braid. And then we also do have scissors. I use large scissors because I like to chop at the hair and it comes all the way off, so that's that. So this is our first bundle of crochet hair. It's nice and poppy. So let's get started. So for knotting method number 1, this is the first one I'm going to show you, which is the knotless method. So for the knotless method, what you have to do is you have to take a strand and you actually pull that strand by the loop through the crochet needle and grab one of the strands from the inside of the braid and pull it through. So you have 2 strands, one on the outside of the braid on the perimeter and one on the inside. After that, you take a tiny piece, a tiny strand from the opposite side that you left outside of the loop, and then you take a tiny strand from the strand of hair that is on the inside of the loop. So basically you have 2 tiny pieces of hair that you grab from both opposite ends, and then you tie it 2 times. I would say 2 times is secure, 3 times is extra secure. And once you pull that through, then you have a knot inside of the strand that is not visible. As you can see, you can't see the knot from the outside when you pull it up. It's a knotless perimeter. So I go ahead and do that method around the whole perimeter of my head. That is just going to give me that freedom. So if I wanted to pull it up in a ponytail, I could, and I wouldn't have to worry about you being able to see the end of my braid, seeing the cornrow or anything like that, because it's not attractive when that happens at all. So next, as I'm getting to the middle of the head, I'm going to show you knotting method number 2, which is different. It's kind of a normal knotting method. It's not knotless. Since it's on the inside, we pull that same way, that loop, and once we open the loop, we actually pull only one strand through the loop, and we twist that loop and pull the strand again through that one loop, and then we pull both through the loop. Now, what that does is it locks it in, and you pull it very tightly and hold the knot and spread the strands. Now, what that does is it creates an extra bit of security. As well as knotting method number 3, it's very similar, where we pull the loop through the crochet needle, and once we pull that through, we pull both strands through the loop. 2 to 3 times. Now we're doing the same twist of our wrist as we pull those strands through, and then we pull one strand through. So it's basically the opposite of the other method that we previously did, knotting method number 2. We're going to pull 2 strands through and then 1 to lock it in. Both methods are good if you're crocheting inside of your head, but of course for the perimeter, we're going to show again how we do the knotless method. So for our method number 4, it's basically going to just show you how once you grab the loop, you pull one strand towards the outside and one strand is on the inside. Now I pull the inside strand a bit just to make sure that knot is in the middle of basically just sitting under the braid. And then I grab those little baby strands on both sides of the strands that I used to create my perimeter, and I tie those. I make a knot once. You see the knot that is the loop disappears. And I tie it a second time. So now we have a baby knot in the middle. Again, you can't see it if I lift it up. It's just on the inside of that crochet. I do believe doing that knotless perimeter is only critical and helpful on the perimeter because that's where you want it to look most seamless. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of when you have a parting in your crochet braids and you open it up and you just see knots along the hairline. To each its own, really. Just for me, I feel like if you want a seamless part, it's always good to do that knotless method along your parting, so you won't have to worry about people looking up close and saying, what is that over in your scalp? So yeah, I'm really starting to love this look. I can definitely see the Beyonce transition coming with these color tones and everything. It's definitely doing it for me. Now, as I get closer to the front, I am going to come back and show you guys the knotless method just more vividly in that area because I feel like that's really the part that people really have issues with getting down pat. So as you can see, I'm going to lower my head and show you exactly how I do it. This is going to be one more up close to help you ladies and gents with this. So once we pull that loop through and the one strand to the other side, we pull 2 tiny strands and we create a knot in the middle. 1 and knot it a second time. And if you're feeling real spicy, do a 3rd time. And now we're extra secure. That crochet is not loosening up for nobody. So yeah, we got that done. Now it's time to cut it. So as you can see, when I cut my knotless crochet or crochet period, I always like to frame the face. I don't like it when you just have hair coming down super long in the front. I think it kind of makes you look, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. But yeah, when I'm cutting, I'm going and piecing it out. I'm not just doing a blunt line. I'm grabbing strands and just cutting and doing like a follow method with my scissors, so it kind of creates dead ends, so it doesn't have like a abrupt blunt end. So yeah, you always want to do that for the most natural looking crochet. You always want to pull the ends and make it look very natural that way. But yes, ladies, I am done, so here comes the finished product. So you guys, this is my finished look. And here are the multiple parts. We can do a middle part, we can do a right side part, and we also can always flip it over and do a left side part, which is my personal favorite. And this is just a swing, so you can see how the hair moves, how the color blends, and the back of the hair. Y'all. This is actually 2 weeks after I recorded my initial video, so you can see the curls have definitely settled a bit to create a more ringlet natural look, like this was like a flexi rod set or a wand curl. I do absolutely love it. It is starting to get some frizz. My best friend says it makes it look more natural when it does have frizz. Me, I don't like it. So I will be cutting the hair soon for a different look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Again, this is me, Haley of LoveLeysHair, and I'll see you guys soon.